Hi, good morning. It's Sandy from Carol Ellis Wreath Studio for our weekly roll out of bed, come as you are, craft hour-ish. So it's very steamy in my house right now. It's raining and we still are without air conditioning, so you may hear the whirring of the fans. Help keep us cool, help keep the big drooly dogs cool. So we're going to make a door hanger this morning, and it's going to be a patriotic door hanger. And when I say door hanger, I mean what we're going to do is just use a sign, and we're going to decorate the sign. So here's our sign. Sorry, the letters are backwards for you. This is a 12-inch sign, metal, and I've just glued about a 2-inch by 2-inch thick piece of styrofoam, floral styrofoam. I don't remember who I got the sign from, but if you wanted to get one, you could certainly just go to Etsy and type in like patriotic sign, stars and stripes sign, and oodles and oodles and oodles of stuff will come up. Styrofoam, you can get that pretty much everywhere. Walmart, the Lobby of Hobby, Michael's, even my grocery store, which is kind of, it's not like a super Walmart type of grocery store, but it's its younger cousin. Let's look at it that way. They sell this in their craft area, so you can get these. You get these in all different sizes. I just buy a block that's I don't know, about maybe 8 inches long by 4 inches wide, maybe about 2.5, 3 inches thick. And I just cut off from it what I think I need for a project. And then I either glue it on like I did here. I use super glue because at the time I could not find my Gorilla Glue, but it was Gorilla Super Glue. So we've got all kinds of flowers. We got a few different ribbons we're going to use, and some other decorative things we're going to stick in here. And let's get going. So I'm going to turn you downward, and if you are motion sick, then close your eyes and I'll let you know when to open them. Okay? All right. Let's see about righty tighty, lefty loose. There we go. Everything seems to be droopy today in my house because of the humidity. So let's get that out of the way. All right, so we've got our sign, and I'm going to show you something. As a result of my not paying attention, some of the super glue dribbled here. So when we're done, I'm just going to take some nail polish remover and get that off, and no one will be the wiser. So sometimes when you're crafting, stuff happens, and we try to clean it up. All right. So so let's start crafting. Let's set this aside and let's grab that kid's bow maker from last week and use it. We'll do a quick bow. Because the sign is so blue, and dark blue at that, let's paint. we're going to go with a red, white, and blue, and then with just a red and white kind of quilt ticking color scheme here. So let's grab my, one of those mornings. Just one of those mornings. All right, let's get a pipe cleaner. So we're going to put our pipe cleaner, remember, we're going to put it right in between these, okay? Put that in there, split it halfway, and then I think what I'm going to do is use this on the bottom and use this on the top. That will help balance out all that dark navy blue color. So let's get this open. Whew. So I am taking part of next week off because I need to. I just need some downtime. But I think I might end up this is kind of fuzzy, like fleece. Feels pretty cool. But yeah, I'm taking Thursday and Friday off next week. So I may come on one or both days because I'm not doing anything other than staying home. And let's go a little longer. I'm just working on some organization. All right, so we're going to pinch the ribbon together, remember? Put it in there like that. Pull the tail down towards you. And then we're going to, the ribbon is turned upside down. And we're just going to make some 4-inch loops. When we get back to the middle, we're going to twist the ribbon so it's the back side is up. Let's move over here. Better. Then we're going to make another loop about 4 inches, which is to the end of the little stand, and twist it. And let's make another 4-inch-ish loop. Okay. Oh, and twist it. It's upside down, which is what we want. Grab another, put that in there, another 4 inches. Okay, and let's do that. Twist. Had that Macarena song in my head all morning, and I really don't know why. Right, so this is our last loop over here, so we're not going to twist it. We're just going to take this right side up and pull the tail down. Okay. And we're going to cut that about the same as what the other side is. Right? So we're done with that color. Let's get this. Open this one up. And I think I got both of these. Yeah. So this is where I like to get a lot of my ribbon. Shop fifthstreet.com. She's got tremendous selection, and she's got ridiculously quick turnaround time. She sells ribbon. She sells the mesh that we use. often in wreath making, so cannot go wrong shopping at her shop. So this ribbon is 1.5 inch ribbon, and I don't know if you can see, but here on this side, well, actually both sides, some of the wire is poking through, so I'm just going to snip that so it doesn't poke me. Right, so let's figure out what we're going to, let's just keep them the same length. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put that in, and we're going to twist, and we're going to have the back side of the ribbon showing through, and we're going to make about the same size loops. They're a little smaller, that's all right, because we're going to be fluffing them, and we're going to be adding some few florals to the design. And I think I'm going to do something odd here. Oh, I need to get a spool when I use this. This is the big easy bow maker that I use, and a lot of wreath makers use. There's a spool on one end of the adult size easy bow maker, so you don't have to worry really about your ribbon all twisted up. We're almost done, so no big deal. Right, so let's put one more loop in here on each side, twist it, back side of the ribbon. Let's make one more loop. Okay, we're not going to twist it because it's the right side up. I'm just going to snip the tail. And oh, there it is. So you know what? I put a chenille stem in there, but I got a zip tie, so I'm going to put that in there instead. Okay, so I got that underneath all the ribbons, and we're going to zip tie this puppy together. I'm not going to pull it tight, but it's tight enough where this isn't going anywhere. Let's put our bow maker over here. Okay. And also I'm just going to work it around a little bit, and I'm going to twist it to the back. So we're on the back side of the bow. Okay. And I am going to stick that in there because I think I'm going to need it. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to stick it in there. If I end up not needing it, well, then I will just snip it off. It's just an inexpensive thing. So I'm going to pull this pretty darn tight. I don't want it to snap, that's for sure. All right. Let's get these tails out of the way. Bring them down toward the front. Right? So I'm just going to grab those, and I'm going to start pulling the loops apart. And I'm going to open those up. This is all wired ribbon. So what I do on one side, I'm going to do on the other, but on the opposite side. And so I've got three loops. Just fluffing these babies up. And down here. And one up here. Well, that's pretty cool. I like that. What do you think? What do you think? Pretty nice. What do you think if we stuck something like that in the center too? That could be pretty cool, so let's keep that in mind. All right, so we're gonna set this aside for the moment. Kind of reminds me of a fireworks burst, you know? All right, let's go back to our sign. What did I do with our sign? What did I do with our sign? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my freaking mind over here. Where is the sign? There it is. Pardon my frantic. Gosh. Just a good gosh. All right, so we're going to put some stuff on this first before we put the ribbon on it. So I've got all kinds of stuff here. Got a big since this is so prominent, the navy, I'm going to use few navy colored flowers in this. But this is a big old bush from Hobby Lobby. I think I probably got this for Memorial Weekend. So some of these flowers are gonna make it into this. So I think I'm gonna snip off a few of these. Let's get some of these in here too. Try to get an equal representation. So whatever you cut for one side, kind of do the same for the other. It's kind of easy. Some of the stuff that I'm going to use are stuff from the Christmas aisle at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. So you can get stuff and you can use it over multiple seasons, which can save you some. We got some white daisies and some little baby roses. Actually, I think I'm probably going to use the daisies over the lilies. I mean, I like lilies, but I think white lilies always connotates death, and I am celebrating the fact that I am the 7th great granddaughter of a rebel rouser, colonial patriot. I actually have 5 ancestors that fought in Revolutionary War. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so let's start putting some posies on this. I'm not really sure what I want to do as far as some greenery. I should have thought about that. Let's just put a couple of sprigs of this stuff on here. Okay. this is some of my favorite stuff. So we want to conceal the brick, but just want a little greenery. The flowers should be singing. And this stuff slides, so I like that. So I'm gonna put one on each side. And we don't need that long of a stem, so I'm going to trim it just a skosh. Just a skosh. That's for my Wisconsin side of the family. Just a skosh. Okay. And I am just going to put it in right in at the bottom. And I'm just going to have it kind of do its thing there. And do this one. So our fireworks are actually on the 4th of July. I know some communities do them before, depending on when the 4th falls. And I would be quite remiss if I didn't remind people, if you have a person in your family or in your neighborhood who is a veteran, they may be suffering from PTSD. And those noises from people setting off the fireworks in setting off those fireworks and stuff in the neighborhood can be quite overwhelming for people with PTSD, especially if they are a veteran. So be mindful of that. Support that fact that you're dealing with that. I mean, instead of wasting money on those big, stupid bomb type fireworks. And someone set one off the other night, not far from our house, and it sounded like an actual bomb exploded. We just kind of looked at each other and went, what the heck was that? So the other day, I put a list together of things that I want to do over the next 6 months, so between now and Christmas. And some of those things are starting a private group, a design group here on Facebook. I also have a planner that I have, I think, pretty much finished. So I want to get that published in my Etsy shop. It's an undated planner, so you can start using it whenever you want, which I think is cool since it's undated. You could also start using it, and if life got hectic, stop using it and then pick right back up again. So you can use it like a journal. Again, the roses forward. That's the great thing with wired stems. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty. I like the leaves on that. I think I'm going to come in up on top of that one. It's challenging to design upside down, but we're going to give it a whirl, kids. Oh, I'm liking that. I am liking that. So I was going to use that for a craft project. That could be fun. It also could be a fundraiser. You could make gift bows or hair bows, and your troop could sell them for a fundraiser. I think that would be pretty cool. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? We got the lilies, we got those small roses. Nothing is as American as daisies. So let's put some daisies in the mix. If you ever get flower stems that are really wrinkled, this one isn't, but if it's really, they're really wrinkled, get your hair dryer out and put it on medium heat first and just blow dry it and see if that bounces them back. If that doesn't work, try putting it on high, but hold the dryer farther away from the petals so you don't end up ruining them. So let's put this over here. So that's a good way. Sometimes when you buy flowers in bulk, or I've seen flowers that beat the Jesus out of them, and they just, so I just take them with me and I take them up to the front if it's a flower that I really want, because it's what I had in mind for a design. I take it up to the front and ask if they'll reduce the price, and sometimes they will, and sometimes they won't. Okay, let's, ooh, right there, trying to figure out what I want there. I got these daisies, but these are supposed to be red, do you think? Not those. Well, let's see about let's see where I have some wheat kind of stuff. Where did I put the weedy stuff? Let's see. Is that over here? Oh, we've got this. Let's do that. And let's add that in. Put that in there. That's going to be white and white. And let's get that filled out. These do not slide. That's okay. That's okay. I think let's do this. was hoping it was going to be a cool day today, but it doesn't look like it. Typically I make these so they fit in between a storm door and exterior door. If you live in the upper Midwest, or where I do, we all have storm doors. Some people change them out in the seasons. We have a glass storm door for I'm going to turn this around so I can look at it for a minute. See what we might be missing. Okay. So like I said, this stuff is for Christmas. And you'll understand why once you see it. So this was in Hobby Lobby's Christmas aisle. Fun. Hobby Lobby's Christmas aisle. Or was it? No. This is Michael's. This is cool. Next, when I go shopping next, I'll have to get some different colors. I know I have some in gold and maybe silver. But so we got these. Come on. So let's pop one of those in over here. So as they're putting stuff out, and you're wherever you shop, and you see things that are colors that represent other seasons, like this stuff. Where is it? There it is. Come on. Come on. What's the deal here? There we go. Wow. What is the deal? My glue's all dried now. Sometimes stuff happens. Just keep missing the mark. There it is. Right. Pull these puppies out like that. Get Rose back in over there. Ah! Liking it. Okay. I had another one. There it is. Trim that down. Oh, this is getting really nice and full. Still want to keep the USA prominent. Just kind of play with these however you want. Stick that there. Yes, yes, yes. Maybe put one or two of these on there. Let's see. Let's try it. Oh, tragedy. That came apart. Let's fix that for later. Alright, let's do this then. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. just have to work with it. Yes. We don't really do anything anyway. I think he may have been like 11 or 12. He'd earned some money and saved it. And then a friend of his at school, Dad took them down to Indiana and we spent it on fireworks. It's just like, you might as well have just put the $100 bill down on the pavement and set fire to it. And that's how I feel about it. I mean, we did sparklers. Ooh, these are nice. Let's use a few of these. When I was growing up, my oldest sister's godparents had us out to their house and they had 4 kids, we had 5 kids, so they'd get together a lot of weekends. They'd play cards, we'd play games that included trying to knock the snot out of each other. But one year, her godfather got some Roman candles, shooting them off from their deck on the back of the house. He was just so overwhelmed with glee and what he was doing. And he had a hell of a laugh. Sorry for the curse word, but he did. I can remember his laugh. He was a nice man. She was a nice woman. Her godmother, who brought our parents into the Catholic Church. So, forever grateful for her for doing that. My faith life is very important to me. I do pray a lot, not just for my family, but for friends, even strangers. We have a prayer group, text messaging chain kind of thing in our area, and it was started by, I don't know really who it was started by, but an older gentleman oversaw the prayer request. His name was Al, another sweet man. I think I need something up here. No, even though, oh, I got one there. I don't want that. Let's see. Not there. Hey! That's enough over there. Sorry, one of the dogs was getting upset. It sounded like the bigger dog, which is unlike him. You know what? I'm not going to do this, but you could also take the pipe cleaners, like Maybe I will. Let's do that. Just trim that down. And you don't have to shove this into the foam. You just put enough glue on it and stick it in there so the other stuff catches it, and then it stays put. So let's do that. Let's get some good glue going there. And just stick that down in there. And that is not going to go anywhere. Get some other ones. See what else we've got. This is a good way to add some texture as well as color. Okay. We've got a lot of, the dark blue, the navy blue, blue with the red, white, and blue. And we've got a lot of red going on. So let's just stick some white in some of these spots to help really go with that red, white, and blue theme. So you don't always have to plan out your designs, and if you've been around, sometimes you know that I don't plan out my designs. I just go with what's going on. So, and this is something you can have your kids do while you're making a project. You can use all different colors of these, get some orange, purple. What else? Obviously red, white, and blue for patriotic holiday stuff. Green, red, white for Christmas. Orange, again, brown for Thanksgiving, especially if you're making hair bows. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do a craft show here in town in October and have a hair bow section in my booth where people can come and they can make a bow and do whatever they want with it. So we've got that going on. Woohoo! Let's see. I don't think I'm going to use the red ones, and I don't think I'm going to use the baby daisies. So let's stick those over here. I did have some wheat. I don't know if I want to try and use that. Maybe off to the side. Let's see. Kinda, come on. Let's see. Now that coming out from underneath. That. We've got that. Well, let's use it. Let's use it. We're here. Let's use it. If you put something in a design, just get in there with some wire cutters and nip it out of there. Fluff the area up. Nobody will know. Nobody will be the wiser. Oh, let's see. Make some room. Make some room. Let's keep that on hand. Right. Let's look at this puppy. Boarding house reach, pardon me. Okay. Let's see. What do you think? Let me turn it around and look. If that works. Let's see. Normally I would put the bow on first, but I was motivated not to do it. I am not really sure why. So let's take that out of there. So we have to be able to stick the bow into the styrofoam now back there. So let's see what we got here. So this is handy. So let's snip this off. This is the let's do this. Let's twist this around a few times. So I'm twisting the chenille stem. I need a nice long piece. And I think it just fell on the floor. Here we go. Let's use this. Let's cut this long. So we've got something that's about 4 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to twist that around this bottom part of a stem that we use, which is why we don't throw away those things, because they can come in handy. They can come in very handy. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here so this isn't going anywhere. Just let it dry for a moment while we chit-chat. Chit-chat, chit-chat. I subscribe to this thing. I get an email every morning called Morning Brew. It is essentially the headlines that happen. It's a synopsis of the headlines from the night before in the early morning hours. And it's pretty interesting. One of the things they have in it is word of the day. Participate in word of the day. No, you get out of there. Emmett, no. And you can submit your word. So I've submitted several words like epididymectomy. What else? Flabbergasted, thingamajig, some very common words, but interesting words. I haven't gotten one used for word of the day yet. I'm hopeful. I submit something pretty much every day. But lately, some of the words, they're just really... they're very common words people use. So I don't know don't know what the literacy level of their audience is. Okay, so this is pretty much glued on there now. I'm just gonna get it all on, get it all in. I'm gonna need some some nail polish remover for my fingers. Out. Come on, out. Puppies aren't designers. So I'm gonna, my plan is to stick that in there. Shove it down. That. So let's do that. But Sandy, how are you going to hang it up on your door? Well, I am going to put a couple of mounting squares on the back of it. I have to make a trip to Harbor Freight down the road to get some. I have the 1/2 inch ones. I want the big ones that are like at least 1 inch, and be able to use those. And then I'm going to use some jute twine. You've seen it used a lot. Okay, so sorry about that. Let's get the tails out of the way. Let's get some glue on the bottom of this. Okay, and let's shove that in there. And it might come through the bottom, and if it does, we'll just nip it. Might not even use the bow. Let's see. I can bring it toward the front. Whatever we think we want, we can do. That was the sound of the... So what do you think? Yes? No? Maybe? Just fluff those up. Let's trim those. So fold them in half, like a taco. Find a spot and just cut on the diagonal. And do that with the other 3. Fold it in half. Cut on the diagonal. There we go. And do this one. And do this one. And this puppy is pretty much done. This is kind of a celebratory type of a design, you know. You've got these wired ribbons. Curl them like these boingy things. Go whatever direction you choose. Like that. Got this one coming out over here. You can play with your ribbon to see where you want your tails to go. Oops. But that's our patriotic design. What do you think? I kind of like that. So I will get this finished up with the mounting squares later this morning and see about getting this put in my shop and later today or early tomorrow. So I hope you had some fun and learned some new things. Just dancing while it reconnects. Sorry to flip you over. So I hope you learned some new things, and I have glue all over my fingers, so I need some nail polish remover. But July 1st starts Christmas in July. Ho, ho, ho. So we're going to do all kinds of different things. I told you last week that I was going to do a lantern this week, but the more I thought about it, I want to do a lantern for Christmas. So I've got a bunch of small lanterns, so what I think I'm going to do is take 2 of those, and that will be a project 1 week. I've got a whole bunch of Christmas signs, so we could do other door hangers like this with Christmas ribbons and florals and all kinds of stuff. I've got some Christmas wreath rails. We could make one of those 1 week. And then let's throw caution to the wind and we'll make a grapevine wreath. I've not made a grapevine wreath in forever, and I know it's been Coon's age since I've done one live. So those are the things that I'm thinking about doing for the month of July. So Saturdays, 7 a.m. I know for some people it's an ungodly hour, so if you're catching this in a replay, please write replay in the comments, and I would appreciate that. Share it. I love when you share my lives. So that's about it for today. I hope your weekend is fabu. It's supposed to rain off and on here, but I don't care about that. I just want the steaminess to go away. So have a great weekend and a great next week, and I will keep you posted on what other extra days I might pop on live. July 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Maybe we'll do 3 or 4, or maybe we'll do 1 every day. I don't know. It just depends on what's going on here on the homestead. So I'll see you later. Thanks for coming by and being part of the roll out of bed, come as you are.